Can you tell the difference between a diamond that is mine and one that is grown in a lab?
In order to produce completely conflict-free diamonds, a lab in Singapore has created a process that grows a diamond in about 6 weeks. Now, lab-grown diamonds are gaining popularity, with more people inquiring about them for engagement rings and other jewelry.
All right, for more on this, we are joined live in studio by Russ Kaplan from Top Refined Jewelry in Burlingame. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Got to be honest, I didn't hear much about these lab diamonds. What is the difference, just leading into the segment? Yeah.
So the first thing is they are an actual diamond, which is fundamentally different than something like a cubic zirconium or any other kind of simulated thing. So they are, I suppose, a hothouse tomato versus one growing in the ground. They are in every way gemologically identical, and a trained expert under any power of magnification can't tell them apart. And they are bigger, brighter, and more value for your money. They're actually very interesting.
So which one's more expensive? If you had identical ones?
Yeah, the natural diamond is more expensive.
And why is it more expensive?
You know, it's a good question, but in terms of pulling them out of the ground, there's an open market. We, by the way, are very much in the natural diamond business along with this. So it's a really interesting alternative, which has appealed to people on a lot of levels. They are conflict-free. It's the only kind of diamond where there's no circumstance where they could be a conflict diamond, as well as being ecologically having a lot less impact.
And for those who've never heard the term conflict-free, I've even heard the term, you probably will bristle at this, a blood diamond. Can you explain some of the issues many people have with a traditional diamond?
Diamonds come from oftentimes some of the poorest countries in the world, and what ends up by happening is they're often the only natural resource that's there. And to the extent that they fund whatever you like that's good in those countries, they can also fund whatever it is that's horrible, and oftentimes they fund a terrible conflict and cause.
Yeah, and there can be a human cost as well to the actual mining of it. All right, let's get to the sparklers. Tell me, you know, I'm happy that Mike opened the door about price. Is it, you know, is it 50%? Is it 80% of what a traditional diamond?
30 to 40% less expensive.
Oh, okay.
It's a big deal.
All right.
So.
Let's see. So for example, you if you insist, I feel horrible taking off my. And you know, I'll tell you, my only diamonds are from my parents. We actually didn't do a diamond because we had just bought a house, and you know me, I'm practical. So this is how many carats?
It's about 1 carat and 3/4 stone.
Okay, and so this would cost me, I'm looking at the price tag, about $8,800?
Yep.
And if this were a traditional diamond, it would run more 12-ish?
Yep. 12 plus.
Okay, wow.
And when you say grown in, or we said grown in popularity, what would you say of your percentage of your customers coming in or just inquiring, not necessarily purchasing, but inquiring about the
It's been interesting. Yeah, it's representing a big chunk of our business. It's suddenly starting to push up to being almost half our business.
So when people, I remember when I did this and bought my wife the engagement ring, the people come in and they say, I'd like to look at these type of diamonds now.
Yeah, they do. I have a lot of people that ask about it. I feel like it's an option that I always want to show people, and usually the first thing I'll end up by doing is showing them a natural diamond, showing them a lab diamond, and saying, take a look at this, what do you think, which is which? It's the little quiz, and when they fail every time, it's interesting.
Give me like the biggest, fattest sparkler you have while I ask my next question, just because I don't know that I'll ever have this chance again. I
would fear. Oh, sorry, Gasia, you're going to ask a question.
You know, I was going to ask about, you know, these gentlemen went through it. Wow, this is nice. This is, I'm married and engaged.
Yes.
A lot of, you know, when the gentlemen go through it, I remember decades ago, this whole how else can 2 months' salary last forever? That's a marketing thing. I mean, do you tell your customers to do what's right for them? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, listen.
There's so much pressure, though, because on Instagram and the girls and the ring.
You hide the small diamonds in the back, and you don't have
You're like, no, this is all we have.
Look, I think people, when they get engaged, having a budget is a perfectly normal, natural thing to have. And really, my whole deal with us is that if we make somebody happy within their budget, they come back and see us again. And the reality is, it's not like we're making enough money per diamond where we never want to see them again. We need them back. That's why our business does well.
What's the average, like if you could kind of pinpoint an average engagement ring, price point-ish?
Right. For our business, which is a little higher end than some businesses, we probably sell any place between, I know it's a big range, but let's say $5,000 to $20,000 is a lot of what we do. But it's not that we don't do things that are less and don't do things that are more.
Do you have two just separate diamonds? One that's the
lab grown,
and the other one?
I do, but I didn't pull it out here.
Okay.
Do you think this,
if I stick around, I can show you.
Right before we go, just do you think this is a trend or a fad? Because my concern is if I buy the lab grown, it's like it's just going to disappear 5 years, and I'm hitting myself saying, oh, I should have got the natural diamond.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is going away. I think that there's been tremendous consumer demand for this product clearly. I can tell by how much we're selling, and people have really enjoyed having them. And a lot of people, both the technology of it is fascinating for them, and they just feel really good about the fact that they're buying a diamond. They understand exactly where it came from. and what's involved with making it.
Well, let me ask you real quick. My little sister has a gorgeous canary diamond for her engagement. Does this come in canary and pink? Oh, wow, so you've covered all those bases.
There's both fancy yellow and pinks available, which is interesting.
All right.
Russ, thank you. Appreciate it. We put more information about Pure Grown Diamonds at KTVU.com. Look for it in the web link section under the Mornings on 2 tab. You can also find it on the KTVU mobile app. Russ Kaplan, thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after the break.
That was a treat. Feels good on the hand, as they say.
Make sure you have it.